All right, guys, we are going. First time ever, Fight Bananas podcast three-way. We're on this new StreamYard. My main man, Shawn Brown, how you doing tonight, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good, man. Doing good. A couple of names: Puerto Rican superstar, matchmaker, XFN. Michael, how you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Very cool, very cool. Thank you guys for coming on. A lot to talk about, especially in the world of mixed martial arts. It seems like all other sports are on the down low or off, but MMA is rolling. First of all, what's your first take on UFC getting going? Island fights, UFC 249, all of that.
My first take, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Scorpion.
Yeah.
Love
That's
it.
what I thought about it.
I think it's pretty cool that they're giving the fighters somewhere to fight. Keep the money
Right.
for the fighters. Get a paycheck.
Very cool, very cool. So it's all about, man. It gives us something to talk about, write about, and we love it. We love it. But, all right, right. Something to do. I'm done watching Netflix. There's only so much I can watch.
Right.
Right. So how are you guys doing so far in the corona? How are you and your families doing?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I can't complain. Everybody's been, staying safe and staying away with the social distancing, right?
Right, right. Is it hard to train right now?
I mean, it makes it difficult, right? You can't have a gym full. You can't go to the gym. It's just more or less like, let's meet up in a parking lot and hit some pads.
Man. So, Michael, so we kind of talked a little bit off there about it. With XFN, you guys want to hit the ground running when all this comes back?
Yeah. I'm looking to do an event on May 30th. Gonna have, if everything clears up, we're gonna do one with an audience. If not, we're gonna do no fans in the attendance.
Wow.
I'm gonna have extra doctors,
combat night. Right.
All the officials, all this crazy stuff.
Right, right. And then we talked about it, and that's when you send out a lot of pay-per-view links, and hopefully everyone really tries to help out that way, because that's tough without the fans, without those ticket sales.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be on Flow Combat. We've been on Flow Combat for like a little over a year, so they help out pretty much.
Right.
They help out a lot, so it's pretty cool.
Shawn, how would you feel about fighting in an arena or somewhere with no fans?
Man, that would be different. The fans definitely give you a vibe to go off of. So, but I mean, when it's time to compete, it's time to compete. And, this is a job.
Right.
So, I mean,
right. Especially, Shawn, you gotta.
I could do it. I've wrestled ever since I was a very young age. So I've competed in very small arenas, and I've even fought with people. 100 people in the room, and I've fought. So I mean, it ain't really that big of a difference.
Right, right. And I hear that all the time. I'm happy you brought up wrestling. Every UFC fighter, even the baddest ass with the biggest knockout punches, wrestling's the best base. They always say, if I had to build a fighter, I got some kids, and I love my boys training and all that. I want to build them up as a wrestler first, have that base, and then learn everything else. Do you agree on that?
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
What do you think about that, Michael?
It doesn't really matter, man. The fans just need something to watch. The crazy thing is the audience brings out like the hype and stuff. Like I just watched WrestleMania a couple days ago.
Yes.
And those matches were like, really boring because of the fans weren't there. It was like.
But with no fans, they were able to do the Boneyard match and the Firehouse Funhouse match.
What was that?
I said with no fans, they were kind of open to do the Boneyard match and that Firefly Funhouse match.
Yeah, I saw that. That was actually really amazing with the graveyard.
Right.
I thought that was amazing. What the other stuff was just boring.
It's tough. All right, guys. Well, John, when's the timetable for you to get back into that cage, get back into the XFN cage? What's the timetable for you?
As soon as everything's rock and rolling, I'm ready. There's no off season to this, and even because there's a coronavirus.
Michael.
What was that? Sorry, the audio is kind of a little messed up a little bit.
Yeah, it came out. No problem.
That?
Came out on them. He was just Shawn was just saying that there's no off season in MMA, and he's ready as soon as everything gets picked back up, ready to get back inside that cage.
Yeah, there's no off season. Like a kid like Shawn Brown wants to fight like every week if he can. So he trains like he can fight every week.
Michael, this is a question kind of for Shawn. Where do you see Shawn 2021, maybe even 2022? Where do you think his potential is?
Yeah. 2021, like I actually had a conversation with Shawn. His next fight starts his long winning streak. Hopefully next year, Contender Series, everything clears up with this virus. And something I always tell the guys in the gym at Combat Club and Jupiter Jiu-Jitsu, like our coaches are training world champions. So
right,
that's a future world champion, right? I don't know where, Bellator, PFL, whatever, but that's a future world champion.
That's awesome to hear, man. PFL's paying a lot. Paying a lot of money.
Yeah.
You just brought up Combat Club. I would love. Right. You brought up Combat Club. I would love for you to talk about them, talk about the coaches there and some other studs that are, training at Combat Club.
You have to have something.
Me, right? For Mike.
Oh, it's for Mike. But also you too, Shawn.
What was that? Yeah, Shawn can answer that question. Those are he trains with those coaches all day.
All day. Rodney Brewer, he's the man.
Right.
Started training with him, working my striking, and I've improved a lot with working with him, and he's accepted me. And it's more like it's not a coach, it's more like somebody I look up to, like a stepdad type of thing, So
wow,
out for me, he really takes care of me, and he's improved me as a fighter, not only with my striking, but overall. Like, he knows, he's been around since it's been around, so he knows the ins and the outs, and he, like you said, world champions he's trained. John Jones, he's cornered him when he fought Shogun. Rashad Evans, he's been there, so he's been around it.
Right. So do you feel more confident going back inside the octagon with a coach like that? Someone like you said that trained studs all over the place. Does that give you a confidence, a little bit of boost over other studs?
No, not really. I mean, it helps
knowing
that I have a nice coach, but knowing that I can, just having the skills and knowing that I can do it myself. It's not like I can look at him and say, "Hey, you gonna help me in here?" No,
right.
It's me. But I don't know.
And what was the first time? What got you into mixed martial arts? What got you training? Do you remember a fight that were like, "Oh, I got to do this," or was this something with school? What got you into MMA?
I've always, always watched like fighting and stuff, wrestling, growing up. Always seen that wrestlers do really good with the MMA, and I was 17. I took a kickboxing match on 10 days' notice with no training. Had never put gloves on and took any kind of classes before. Won the kickboxing.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, cool, I can do this. And I started training. I was kind of quit doing the college route. I was like, all right, college is not for me. I got wrestling. Let's go out, learn how to throw punches and kicks and jiu-jitsu.
So you took a fight on 10-day notice. What was the urge for that?
Well,
This is a redneck.
They were having a show right there in my hometown, actually.
Yeah.
And so
just wanted to be on it.
Like, hey, I'll do it. They got somebody, and they're like, yeah, we got a kid. That, because I was 17, I couldn't do an MMA fight. So
right.
I did that. 17, did a kickboxing match, won, and I was hooked.
I hear that all the time. It's funny. I don't know if, Michael, you ever thought about that. I I always want to do one kickboxing match. Go all the gyms, talk to all the fighters. There's a local gym here, PY Boxing in Port Orange, that I go to all the time. I just want to. I got to itch it one time. You know what I mean? I would definitely want to do one kickboxing match.
Yeah.
So you're the matchmaker for XFN, is that right?
Yeah, so the matchmaker. I'm like second in charge, the XFN.
Okay. Talk to us about it. Seems like you guys had a really banner year last year. You guys were piling up this year. How's the momentum right now with XFN?
What was that?
How's the momentum right now with XFN?
I still can't hear you. Repeat that one more time.
No problem. How's the momentum going for XFN last year to this year and on?
Momentum's pretty strong. We're doing a lot of. I got into doing a lot of combat grappling, so
right.
That's picked up really big at XFN. We did quite a few like tournaments. We had like Jose Caceres and JC Cavalcante had a jiu-jitsu match for our title, and that was like amazing. The fighters, all the amateurs are just like at another level. A lot of these fighters at XFN, they're like better than some pros at other states. It's really crazy.
Wow. For one, hopefully you can hear me really good. I totally agree. Florida as a whole, best amateur scene. There's so many great promotions, a ton of talent in Florida. Throw out a couple names in the Florida amateur scene for XFN that you think will be absolute studs a year or two from now.
Let me see. Studs from XFN. Oh man, there's so many. There's one that's going pro. Ryan Coos. It's a 135er.
Okay.
It's out of the Goat Shed. The kid just has like an awesome personality. He promotes himself really well. He does that really well. A really good wrestler. Working on his boxing with actually the same coach that Shawn has, Rubio.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a really good coach. That's one of them. And let me see. I think Devin Dixon will go far. He's training at Hard Knocks, or actually it's called Stanford MMA, I think. Stanford? They changed the name recently.
Yeah.
H Kickboxing. We'll just put it that way. Yeah. There's a Fernando Reyes. He's our 170 champion. I don't think he's got hit in any of his matches yet. He's like 4-0.
Wow.
He's won the title, beating people in like a minute. Really, really talented kid. He's from ATT. There's a bunch of them. There's a kid named Jared Benincourt. That's like a black sheep on the thing, because like no one sees him, and he just won our 125 title, defended it. He started off like rough in the beginning, had like a little losing record. Now he just like hit the next level. He's doing everything right now.
Wow.
And he's ready to go pro. Yeah, there's quite a few.
Awesome. That's awesome.
I could go all night and say a bunch of them, but I'll just stop at that.
No problem. That's awesome. I love hearing that. I love hearing about the future. Who's next?
There's one more. There's actually one more, and Shawn will agree with me on this one. There's a kid named Brendan Carols.
Yes.
A 145er. He was in the Marines for so many years. He's like 24 years old. He's doing firefighting school. This kid's amazing. No one wants to fight him.
Yeah, he's very
all the
good.
promotions. I'll have him fight at one promotion. They'll back out a week before. People will just straight say no to him. Just
right.
The kid's like amazing. He's one of Shawn's Shawn's main training partners. Actually,
he's one of the main guys.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk on that.
Boxing, wrestling, learning jiu-jitsu. That kid just absorbs everything.
Like a sponge, bro.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's good to hear. That's vital to be a top tier mixed martial artist. Michael, talk to me about. You said no one wants to fight him. What are some of the difficulties and some of the obstacles of matchmaking, of being a matchmaker?
Well, the obstacles. I mean, there's always you'll make matches. People get hurt. That's what happens in MMA in general. Sometimes people get like cold feet and back out the week of. I mean, a lot of the beginners, that's understandable. You think you want to do it, and a week before, you're like, nah, I can't do it.
Right.
And then, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Just keeping track on, like, if they're doing all their physicals, making sure they're not, like, doing anything dumb. That's what I do. I actually go to a lot of the gyms and, visit fighters and making sure they're not doing anything crazy. And that's what I pretty much do on my side for the matchmaking.
Okay. Question for both of you guys. You brought up combat grappling. Grappling's been on fire. A lot of quintet, submission underground. I was up there at a show, Dean Tool Promotion show. It's a huge grappling show last year. How far do you think, grappling and submissions and combat grappling, where can that go in the next year or two?
Slowly gaining momentum. We were actually supposed to do like a big show with Jits Kings next week, but Jits Kings, they postponed it. And I was going to have like a quintet combat grappling.
Right.
With some and there was going to be some Bellator fighters, some like former UFC fame and all types of crazy stuff. It was going to be really, really dope. But we have to postpone that for a while.
That's awesome, man.
We got one kid from our gym. He's actually doing really well, and his name's Jonathan Yap. He's I'm gonna say he's a dorky kid, but our code combat grappling. He just started hitting people and like really good at it out of nowhere. Really good wrestler, really good jiu-jitsu. Herbert Burns calls him like the fastest man alive because you can't catch him in the gym. It's man. There's all types of good stuff coming up with grappling. Even in the EBI scene, like I see that picking up. I think they only did combat grappling last year for EBI.
I love it. I'm a big fan of it. I think it's just something new, and I love what you said. The Bellator and UFC fighters, to kind of gives them a break. They only fight maybe 2 or 3 times a year. Like Gilbert Burns, seems like he always wants to get involved with submission underground or something of that nature.
Yeah.
So Shawn, is there
the rule set? Those are rule set for combat grappling that Titan did. That was slap standing. I actually like that rule set.
Ooh.
Gilbert Burns did it last year, release in T-Bow, I think. Did you see that match?
No, I didn't see that. It was slapping?
Allowed to slap while standing.
Wow. That's like a fight.
Added bonus.
That's like a fight. Shawn, is there someone you're itching to get in the cage with soon?
Was that?
Anybody, really. But Matt. Mike, what's his last name? Matt, you know him.
Matt Waggy?
Say it. Kid from
fight.
Yeah, Matt from
Shawn.
What's his last name?
The guy you want to fight. He was on your show. Matt on your show. If you go. Start off an F.
Matt Falabella?
What was that?
Fusion XL?
Yeah, Matt Falabella.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay, yeah, he's great on the ground, really good on the ground.
Yeah, he's all right. I mean, we'll see.
Oh, that'd be fun. I'd be a big fan of that fight.
Hey, I'm ready. So,
Michael, can we make it happen?
Yeah, can't hear you guys.
Michael.
Sorry. I'm gonna. Let me see something real quick.
Can we make that fight happen?
He hit the mute button.
Oh, yeah, he hit the mute. That'd be a great fight, Shawn. Oh, there you go. Can we make that fight happen, Michael?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, try to make the fight happen in the next few months. See what happens. Just gotta figure out how to make it
That'd be
work.
awesome, guys. That'd be really cool. Right. That's a good fight. That's a great fight, and he's he's a really good specialist, like I said, on the ground, and it's really great to keep fighting people on that top level. If it's a brawler, a great boxer, a wrestler, or his game is a jiu-jitsu game. So that's a great fight, man.
Right. Sure. So he's like a
Yeah,
round.
dude, a great fight.
Test, but that shit don't really last when you're getting hit with elbows and hammer fists.
Right. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Right.
My man Shawn Brown, dude. Can't wait to see you back in the cage soon. I would assume XFN cage. We'll be watching, man. Appreciate you. Any kind of like plug, social media plugs or sponsor plugs you want to hit on real quick?
Oh, I was just saying one
Shawn
thing,
Brown,
like for Shawn.
Facebook, Instagram. Shout out to our sponsors with Santa Fe Site Prep, Ball Wash, Phoenix Fight Gear, Ruco Group. Let's see, Cannabis Kings, and I think that's it.
Okay, Michael. Any last words for you, Michael?
Oh yeah, man. I got sponsors too, so I got to thank those guys. Follow me on Puerto Rican Superstar 83 on Instagram. I know it's a very long Instagram name, but maybe one day I'll change it. I don't know. Also like to thank Dakota Fight Gear. They hook us up with gear. Punch Gunk, it's like a cream that you use for your muscles when you train real hard. Amazing stuff, man. Those all natural, all that good stuff. Novogenics. It's a doctor that helps us with PRP treatment. I think Shawn's sponsored by them too.
Yes.
And do I have? Also got to shout out to Gym Combat Club in Jupiter, always helping us out for everything we need, training, just people to talk to, just good guys. I'll say both of us, both Shawn and I, we have like the best coaches in the world. We have Rodney Brewer, we have Herbert Byrne, our old coach Angel, rest in peace, was one of the best. That's all I got right now.
Cool, man. I appreciate you guys coming on. The first time we're doing this multiple window thing. Shawn, man, can't wait to see you in the cage real soon. Michael, man, thank you so much for coming on. We'll talk very soon. We'll have a whole sit down, and when the XFN gets going, we'll have a big chat. All right.
All right. Awesome. I appreciate you having me.
Awesome, brothers. All right, man. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Take care.
Can you hear me?